Well, Ethan Klein is getting sued. That's right. Ethan, we have the official document. Ethan Klein is getting sued the house, girl. Check out my new Labubu. Woo, so cute. All right. I have the receipts in here. I have a lot to say. When I found out about Ethan Klein lawsuit, let me see in here. Here's the receipt. All right. Let's talk. I feel like we need to talk. So when I saw this receipts, I was just like, really? This is a disgruntled employee. Made this far on the video. Drop a heart emoji in the chat and drop a like and a comment. Honestly, Ethan Klein had posted on his social media that he's surprised something like this didn't happen sooner. But I read the argument and it's not adding up. It is really not adding up. The fact that she would even want to go into a lawsuit with Ethan Klein, this is insane. It's just, if you follow the pattern of behavior of how Ethan Klein treats his family and friends, there's uncharacteristics. It doesn't align with the values. And given the totality of circumstances, in no way, shape, or form, without a reasonable doubt, do I think Ethan Klein was mean to the housekeeper. This is, honestly, it's like the drama that has been going on recently with the Hassan and the little sneaky snake and the haters and now the lawsuit. It's just really not a good time to mess with Ethan Klein right now. I'm surprised he hasn't went off. We haven't even seen him pop off like the way he popped off last year with the Moses situation and with the whole mom drama. So when I read the article, I had a lot to say. I sat down with a friend of mine. We did some commentary over the situation. But all in all, in my opinion, this is just a disgruntled employee who's so upset that they couldn't shake him down for money. That's all. Here we go. Let me play you the receipts that I have. Here's my commentary. All right, so we have a lawsuit in Pink Scorpio 888. Go ahead. Let's break down this H3 lawsuit. Go ahead.
We have some very serious allegations here, Rich. I'm looking at it. It's not for them. I'm going to go ahead and...
It's frivolous. It's all frivolous to me, but go ahead.
Yes.
No, because Ethan Klein wins every lawsuit that he's ever been in. And in my opinion, before you get started, this is a disgruntled employee that wants to come up, and they didn't want to give it to her, and now she's trying to collect as much money as she can another way. Disgruntled employee, in my opinion. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we have the plaintiff. Her name is Elizabeth Borda versus Teddy Fresh Incorporated, a California corporation, specifically naming Keila Klein, an individual, and Ethan Klein, an individual, and those 1 through 20 inclusive as the defendants. Okay. Complaint for damages. Okay. We have number 1, violation of California Family Rights Act. Number 2, disability discrimination in violation of FEHA. Number 3, retaliation in violation of FEHA. Excuse me. Number 4, failure to provide reasonable accommodation. Number 5, failure to engage in interactive process. Number 6, failure to take reasonable steps to prevent discrimination. Number 7, retaliation in violation of California paid sick leave law. Number 8, wrongful termination.
No, the housekeeper is just fishing for a check. This is a frivolous lawsuit, a disgruntled employee. I don't believe it. Go
Let's
ahead.
get back to the facts.
Go ahead.
Anyways.
Fact. Girl, bye.
Number 6.
It hasn't been, just because it's in this document doesn't mean it's true. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to number 5. Just so I can reiterate the fact. Failure to engage in interactive process. Number 6, failure to take reasonable steps to prevent discrimination. Number 7, retaliation in violation of paid sick leave law. Number 8, wrongful termination in violation of public policy. Number 9, failure to provide meal and rest period. Number 10, this is a long one, you guys, I'm sorry. Number 10, failure to pay overtime. Number 11, for failure to pay state and local minimum wage. Number 12, it keeps going. Failure to pay all wages due labor code. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Failure to pay all wages due. Number 13, failure to furnish wage statement. Number 14, waiting time penalties. Number 15, failure to provide personal records. Number 16, unfair competition in violation of business and profession, I think. I'm sorry. And that's it. Those are all 16 complaints.
That's it?
That's it. That's crazy. That's 16.
So, okay, Ethan Klein has made some response to this. I've seen him post it on his Instagram. He said on here, it's also worth mentioning this is extremely common when you employ a lot of people. Surprised it didn't happen sooner, meaning, people want to get upset and sue you, the house. Ethan Klein also responded and said, our former housekeeper was fired for being horrifically rude to our boy's nanny, constantly calling her fat and asking when she gained all the weight. I gave her so many warnings, hoping she would just stop, but she didn't. She was part of our family and we treated her like. I tried everything to salvage the relationship, but her conduct was inexcusable. This is all documented with HR, which hopefully makes this an easy matter to settle. It feels extremely violating to know that someone that close to our family can turn around and do something like this. He further added, the part about her asking for time off for a hernia surgery and then being fired is 100% fabricated. Anyone that knows us or works for us knows that this is not something we would ever do. I care deeply for all of our employees and do everything in my power to do right by them. She tried to shake us down for a huge amount of money, which I immediately declined, knowing our innocence and refusing to ever concede to people like her. So that's Ethan Klein's response. Now listen, when you get a hernia, not that I ever had one, my dad had one when he was still alive. When he had a hernia surgery, it looked weird, and then he needed time to recover, and then he bounced back after a while. This woman, if she got hernia surgery, she wasn't going to be able to work for the Klein family anyway. If she was a nanny, if she was housekeeping, you can't lift anything. And I'm pretty sure when you work for the Klein family, you're going to pick up packages, you got to pick up a kid, you got to take out the trash, carry around laundry. She couldn't be able to do any of that. So she was definitely out of a job. Now she could sit, maybe answer phone calls or hang out on a Reddit or file lawsuits all day long. She don't have to lift anything heavy to do that. So I do think that she's fishing for money, especially if she's working. Have you seen Ethan Klein's house? It's a multi-million-dollar home. She's like, these people got money. I'm just waiting for them to mess up so I can sue them. I think, and it's so sad that she was even doing that. And I'm surprised there wasn't no type of mediation, you can't sue us. There's, an arbitration type thing we got to go through before it doesn't even go to court. We can settle or something like that. And I can also see Ethan Klein saying, hey, you got a hernia. You're gonna need some time off. Here's a little bit of money. I know it's not a lot, but here's a little money to get you through. Wish you well during your hernia surgery type. Are you able to pick up a phone, make a reservation, give them a couple dollars, something? But I don't think it just left her high and dry. Now the comment about her making fun of some other worker, calling them fat and stuff like that, I hope that is documented, because I think that if they have it documented, it will show that this woman was biased, malicious intent, trying to do a frivolous lawsuit. And I'm not trying to defend Ethan Klein. He could defend himself, because he's been doing that a lot on Instagram. But whenever people found out that this lawsuit hit, the people who don't like Ethan Klein are loving it. They're loving it. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. Stuff like this takes time. Either it's going to get thrown out quickly, or he might settle. But it doesn't look like he will settle with. But I think the cost alone to defend himself costs a lot of money within itself. What do you think?
I do believe that it is more important to clear his name. So I do think that if he settles, it's almost an admission to guilt that something did occur.
No, that's not always true though. I mean, that's not always true.
That's
because,
correct, but
NFL players always settle with miscellaneous women when oh, he touched me, and he didn't, but they settle so it doesn't get out.
Yes, but in this case that Ethan knows that they treated this housekeeper or this person, right? He knows that he treated this person fairly, justly. He didn't do anything to her, right? If he knows that, he has the money to fight this in court, whereas I don't know that the housekeeper does. So you could settle for $30,000, or you could go and pay $50,000 in legal fees to go to go fight this, right, and clear it. So it could go either way. I do think it's worth it because he has time, and if he has the truth on his side, again, I don't know if it is the truth. If that's his truth, he has that to work with. So
I think he'll win. I think he'll win, and I think it's embarrassing. And I'm shocked that in this complaint that, because all this is a complaint. I'm shocked that she didn't try to embarrass the family, like, oh, I had to carry Ethan Klein's dirty panties around the house, and he likes to wear bras and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that to embarrass him. And not even be true, because I've seen, like, some divorces do that. They say things in there just for embarrassment. She kept it kind of clean, honestly. I mean, the parts that I've seen.
Yeah,
Because she could have hit below the belt. And say things like, oh, I had to wax Ethan Klein's ass before Coachella. And I had to wipe his nose when he was sick. And oh my God, it got me. Stuff like that, He would yell at me if I didn't bring him a pH balanced water of 8.5 or higher. And you know what it be. All he does is talk about Moses all day long and Trisha.
Imagine.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That would have been embarrassing. But that wasn't mentioned in this lawsuit at all. I mean, it could have, but anyways. All right, guys, let me know what you think about that in the chat down below. Let's go. All right, grab a snack and come on back. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to make it like a low-key video in that situation. But I really wanted to just put that out there and give my 2 cents. I've gotten thousands of messages about what I think about the Ethan Klein lawsuit situation, and that is what I thought about it wholeheartedly. Again, I just want to reiterate, I just think it's a disgruntled employee, and I think justice will be served, and I honestly feel like it will be thrown out in court. That's what I would say about that. This is Rich Deluxe with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on